1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 2. Check. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright, so just give me a minute, people. Let me just get things set up here and then we can roll. Well, I trust you all well. I'm just going to share this in a few places. Yeah, I think tonight's going to be like podcast style. So how are we doing? Everyone good? I hope so. Just give me a second, man. Hold it on. Hold it on. Yes, Prit. I trust you well, man. I'm just banging this in a few groups. Just give me a second. Hopefully the community will start rolling in shortly and I can introduce you to everyone. So shout out, Prit. When you guys roll in, just make sure you introduce yourself. Yeah, we're just warming in, man. We haven't even started yet. This is the intro. All right, just give me a moment. I'm just lining up in a few groups. So we're going in that group. Yeah. All right, let's move. Coleman, I trust you well, brother. How's things, man? I wanna give me a moment here. Give me a moment. You see, I'm getting excited already. The stream ain't even started yet, and I'm getting gassed. Coleman, I want to introduce you to my brethren, Prit. He's also locked in. I'm so gassed about this guy's story and the wealth, I'm talking wealth of content this brother has on hip-hop culture. And I'm talking like real hip-hop culture. I'm not talking like, you know, that kind of mainstream Hot 97 Breakfast Club kind of stuff. No, not that. I'm talking the real. Big man thing, you get me? Our age generation hip-hop. So Coleman, meet Prit, meet Coleman. What Pritz? I done this scratching with no turntables. Obviously, I got no turntables no more, but I knew this track required some chops. You get me? So I had to improvise with the pads and pretend I had some decks. Right, come on, Tone. What you doing, man? Let's just get this done. Tell them I'm not a big Facebook user, so I'm trying to find groups that I'm already a member of. There we go, found it. Okay, boom, pad bank. Here we go. I know exactly why. Coleman, give me a moment and I'll tell you exactly what your issue is, because I had the same thing happen to me. Just give me a moment, let me post this and you'll have my full attention. I appreciate you guys hanging out, man. This is the waiting room. This is like the doctor's waiting room, you get me? You don't get bangers in the doctor's waiting room. I think they do know, Fritz. Yeah, for those that lock in like weekly, then yeah, they know. I've rambled on many a night about the history. Right, last group. Here we go. Are we ready? How's it going, YouTube? I trust you all well. Tony Brown here again with another Akai MPC live stream. And in this episode, we're going to talk some history because we've got a special guest in the audience who I'm hoping by the end of this live stream, I will have encouraged him to come and do a podcast with us and do an episode. Let me just fix up my mic. Give me one moment. So yeah, man, happy Friday evening, wherever you are. Right now it is 10:26 here in the UK. And right now it's hot. I've got my window open, so if you see any flies flying around, it's not because my room's dirty, it's because I'm in the loft. Yeah, my window's right there. It's hot in here. The occasional fly may fly in. So yeah, man, we're going to talk a little history. This is kind of a podcast type episode. For those that are new to the stream, it all depends on how things go. Like, there's no rules. One session, I might just be totally zoned out, focused on making the beat. And then the next week, I might just get halfway through the beat and just start talking. You get me? And you lot just get involved in the conversation. It's kind of how it goes, you get me? It depends. But I appreciate you guys locking in. I appreciate the engagement. What do you think of this? Some of you who are on the stream may have heard this before. It's not a brand new one. But this is kind of the vibe I was feeling this evening, you get me? Let's cut to the cuts. So yeah, man, like I said, happy Friday. Make sure you shout out where you are locked in from in the comments.
I made it.
Coleman, if I remember correctly, you're either Chicago or Philly. If I'm wrong, forgive me. So yeah, man, give yourself a shout out when you join so we know you're here. No lurking, please. And just give you a heads up, I still haven't upgraded my computer, so it's still a little bit glitchy. Yeah, see, I knew it, Chicago. I said it first time, didn't I? I said Chicago or Philly. Shout out to everyone who was locked in last week for the special birthday stream. Yeah, I had to end that early. The next day I watched some of the live stream and I thought probably went a little bit too far with the brandy that evening. That live stream got ended quick. Yes, Prit. Yeah, man. You know what? I got this. So yeah, let me give you a little bit of background. So in. Hold on. Let's break it down. So 1997. Yeah, that's right. I says 97. I got my first MPC 2000. Fresh. And pretty know them times how much them things were costing, man. Yo, see when I got my MP, I must have paid about $2,500 for it. Fully loaded. I had the full RAM. I can't remember how much RAM it was them times, but my RAM was maxed out. I had the effects board in there, and I had the 8 outputs. And you know what? I've still got my Snake. You know, with the jacks on it, the 8 jacks. Still got my Snake, man. So that was 1997. I actually started producing in 95, so I kind of learnt my craft on a reel-to-reel using a drum machine and a keyboard and just literally playing it live, you know what I mean, programming the drums, and then playing like some keys over it. Yo, there was no sequencing them times. I'm talking, the man pressed record on the reel started running. The most that was pre-programmed was the sequence on the drums. Do you get me? Just a drum pattern. So that's how I learned. I learned because I couldn't really play keys. I couldn't, you know what I mean? I was never really proficient on the keyboard or anything like that. But I knew my drums. I thought I need to get my drums tight, man. So we're going back to 95 now. We kind of took even a step even further back. 95, started sequencing drums on a Boss Dr. Rhythm. If you know, you know. I think the other day I called it a Roland Dr. Rhythm. It was Boss. And yeah, man, yo, I maxed that thing out till I ran out of memory on it. I couldn't put any more sequences on there. So yeah, man, I just made sure, build out my sequence, pure changes in the sequence, and then I'll take that to the studio, hook that up, and then the guy would record it onto the reel-to-reel. And then from there, I'd have to like play like the keys over it and whatever else. Them times I didn't fully really know about sampling. I was more like, I just assumed they're just playing that. You know what I mean? They're playing the bass line or they're playing the riffs or you know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't really know fully about sampling them times. So that was 95. In 1997, I found out about the MPC and I found out about sampling and I was like, are you for real? Mama never played that himself. It's a sample from a record. Like I knew about looping. Don't get me wrong, I was a DJ. Do you get me? I knew about looping but there's certain tracks, you know, like chopping samples. Because I thought sampling was just loops, and I was anti-loop. Like I'm not just looping a next man's thing. You get me? I want to do my thing. So I'm playing. Little did I know, man, we're chopping up samples, and I was like, that's it. I think the first person I knew personally with an MPC was Cypher from Moorish Delta. Or if you're old school like me and Pritz, Lyric Born Click. You remember that? So yeah, man, Cypher was the first man I know personally who had an MPC. And he brought it down to my garage and I was like, nah, that is what I need. One of those. So yeah, man, dropped 2.5 bags on it, man. And that's something I wanted to discuss this evening as well. About, you know, investing in the culture. You see the industry. Yo, I'm loaded tonight, man. I got stuff I need to talk about. The industry, yeah, has raped the culture. It's very bad. When you really think about it, it's bad, you know. And just talking to you this evening, Pritz, this afternoon, really reminded me, you know, the real hip-hop culture. Those who are really part of the culture, they invest in the culture. The industry, they just want to reap from the culture. You know what I mean? There's so much that we've done as a contribution, just out of love for the culture. We've given of our time, our energy, our finances, sacrificed a whole heap of things for the industry, for the culture. Forgive me, not the industry, for the culture. Sacrificed a ton, man. With no real expectation for anything back. You know what I mean? All it was just, yo, appreciate the thing. If it's I'm DJing, if it's you know, whatever it is. If it's I'm putting up art, if it's I'm doing a video, whatever it is. The attitude was, yo, just appreciate. I want you to just appreciate it. You know what I mean? Back in the day, man used to rock the mic just to contribute to the culture. For a man to say, yo, that was ill, that was dope. You see now, certain man ain't picking up the mic unless there's a bag involved. Certain man ain't going studio unless you literally go into their house and picking them up or sending them an Uber. And there's a bag waiting for them. And And these guys ain't even made it yet. It's crazy. Yeah, man, the industry's a mess, man. But you know what, though? What I'm grateful for, you see, when I do these streams and when I go in certain Facebook groups, yeah, like the Pad Bank and other Facebook groups, and when I speak to certain people who I know are of the same cloth, the culture, it's still there, you know. Don't get it twisted, man. The culture's there. It's just that it's just a little bit lost, you know what I mean? Not even lost, like, not like we're lost, like overshadowed by the industry. Do you get what I'm saying? Where, like, I'm still here doing this. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm still here contributing to the culture. I'm chopping up samples. I'm trying to keep it authentic. Do you get me? The conversation I had today with Prit, he made me know that the culture still exists. You know, it's not in the mainstream. It's far from the mainstream, but it's very much there, man. And there are men who are doing stuff for the culture and keeping it alive. So yeah, man, no message. Yo, don't get me started, man. What's the biggest song in hip hop right now? What is the biggest song in mainstream hip hop right now? Mainstream radio hip hop. What's the biggest song? The biggest song is, there we go, Coleman, you know. WAP. And you know what? I don't really want to talk about this, to be honest. You know, I don't really want to go too deep and talk about it because I don't want this to come across as like, yeah, man, you don't know Prit. I don't want to come across as like the grumpy old man. You get me? But any sentence that ends in a but undoes everything that you just said. So I'm gonna have to come across like the grumpy old man. Yo. You imagine, I was saying to my wife, yeah, we was in the car and the song came on and I was about to lock it off because I seen it from early on Instagram, all the pre-release little video snippets and that, where she's never heard it. So we was in the car, on the radio, boom, the song comes on. I was about to lock it off and she's like, no, let me hear it. And we're listening to it and it was just like, really? Like, is this where we've gone now? Is this what we're doing? It's terrible. Yeah, we do, man. We do. We have a choice not to listen to it. We do. I agree. Yeah, let me focus. I'll look at these in a minute. But yeah, man, we have a choice not to listen. The issue for me is those like the younger generation and certain people that don't know where to find the gold. Do you get what I'm saying? So we need platforms like this to point people to the gold, to say, yo, all right, I know this is all you're getting. I know this is what mainstream is pumping. I know every time you go on every platform, this is just getting pumped and pumped and pumped and pumped. But guess what? There's some gold over here, man. There's some gold. And, you know, things like this, and like I said, Facebook groups and group chats and, you know what I mean, other platforms, Prit, what you're doing with the documentation and documentaries and the films. We need to be able to signpost people to the goal to say, yo, that over there, go and have a look at that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, WAP. So yeah, we're driving in the car now, the song comes on, my wife says, let me listen to it. So it's playing, and as we kind of like 45 seconds, a minute into the song, she looks at me like, really? Is this what we're doing then? And basically the conversation went on to talk about how hip-hop music is the biggest, hip-hop as a culture and as a genre is the biggest genre, most valuable genre in the world, you know. However, it's the only genre that is devolving, if that's the right word. Is devolving the right word? The opposite of evolving is devolving. It's going backwards. Every other genre is advancing. Do you get what I'm saying? With technology and stuff like that, most musical genres are advancing significantly. Hip hop is going backwards. What the heck is going on? But it goes back to my first point, which is the separation of culture and industry. The industry now is dictating the culture, where before the culture dictated the industry. And that's the issue. That's why hip hop is in the state it's in. Yeah, man, it is. So I'm saying, says to my wife, you imagine, like I was trying to think of a comparison to Cardi B and what's her name? Megan Haas. That's her name. I was trying to think of a comparison, like a male comparison, and I thought, who's like still quite new, popping, but a male version. And I thought, okay, you got like the Baby and Little Baby, yeah, they're popping now. They're still quite young. They're like the male counterparts of Cardi B and Megan Haas. And I thought, you imagine if he came out with a song and called it BBD, like how they've called it WAP, WAP. We know what it stands for. We're all grown people. We don't need to talk about those vulgarities. But you imagine if the Baby or someone like that came out with a song called BBD, Big Black, fill in the gaps. We try to keep it clean on this channel because you get me, I'm a family man and my children sometimes watch my videos. So we try to keep it clean. But you imagine a male artist came up with a song called BBD and was talking about rare with my big black. How do you think people would respond to that? How do you think, like, just if that was on? Because I'm saying this song was on at like 3 or 4 p.m. daytime, sun's blazing. We just go into like, I think we took the kids to the park. We went to Halfords to get some, buy them some scooters, and then we whip into the park, and the song came on. And I'm saying this is prime time Radio 1, you know, not even one extra, just prime time Radio 1. People are driving home from work, or people obviously not going to get the kids because the kids are off school. But if the kids are at school, it's that kind of time. And it's whap, 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 whap. Just pure that talk. And I says, you imagine if a male done a version of this called BBD, and it was just big black and my big black and I thought people would be outraged. People would be disgusted. Like, how dare this play on the radio? I'm complaining to Watchdog or something like that. Ofcom or someone like that. We've gone backwards, man. We've gone backwards. And again, I was saying as well, like, this conversation's been had, you know what I mean? I know these ain't new conversations, but because we're all cut from the same cloth, you get me? We're all of the same ilk, as it were. Just the lack of respect for the elders of the culture. It's painful, man. Like, it's disrespectful that there are youngers in an industry that was built by a culture, by a group of elders who were in a culture. They made the industry what it is. Am I lying? Am I lying? And these same youngers, yeah, because the elders, yeah, a culture was created from a genre of music, yeah? And then from that culture, an industry was built. Yeah. Billions and billions of dollars. Billions. Because of that culture. And then a newer generation were able to just walk straight into that industry. A younger generation were able to just walk straight into that industry that the elders before them created and empowered and resourced. And now these youths want to walk in and like, yeah, bam, we're in the industry now. First, get me first deal, iced out, chained out, or whipped out, flossing, and want to be disrespectful to the elders of the community. And kind of don't acknowledge, like, do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes the way I look at it, I look at it like this. Like, my dad's side of the family from Jamaica, yeah? So you imagine my granddad, he came to England and broke his back, worked hard, suffered racism and all that. Came to England, work. Saved up his money, went back to Jamaica and bought up a couple acres of land, yeah? Worked hard for the land, went back to Jamaica as a big man, not a young spruce, you get me? He came over here and worked, and he was already a big man when he came here. Worked here for like how many years, and then went back to Jamaica. So he went over there as a big man, older man, bought the land and worked the land till that was his livelihood. His land was his livelihood. And the land took him out. Do you get what I'm saying? He got sick. He just got old. Long story short, it's like me. You get me? It's like me just walking onto that land and just saying, yeah, this is me now. Boom. This is me. And, yo, my man don't know nothing. Talking about, referring to my granddad, like, oh, he don't know nothing, but this is how you plant up the land, or you get me, this is where he's going to put this and that. This is how you do it. I'm going to show him how you do it. And just disregard everything he's done. I can even stand on that land and have that boast. Do you get what I'm saying? Am I waffling? Because that's how it seems. You get me? These younger artists are walking in, just boom, I'm in. And able to just floss and to then turn up their nose. And I know it sounds like a sweeping statement. It's not a sweeping statement. I'm conscious of that. But that's how it seems across the board. There's a big disregard or disrespect from the newer generation of artists towards the older generation of not even artists, community members, cultural forefathers. What's the right terminology? Let me know. I know you've sat down and spoke to enough of these people as well that I'm even referring to. So yeah, let me just read some comments. People don't want a strong culture to grow. Cannot have a culture that creates a platform to empower and inspire, inform a group of people that they need to keep down or stay in their place. Yep. It's true, man. It's true. I remember when hip hop made me have to go and find a dictionary. Obviously nowadays you got Google, you just go on your phone and look up something. But I remember like hearing words like the Emancipation Proclamation, and hearing Chuck D mention certain words, and I'm like, I need to go and look up who that is or find out what that means. You see now when I hear most mainstream hip hop, it's not that I need a dictionary to know what they're saying. I ain't got a clue what you're talking about. Like, what are you saying? I don't need a dictionary, I need an interpreter. There's a big difference. Yeah, man, it's true. I was never a huge KRS fan. Like, I was and I wasn't, if that makes sense. But in terms of as a rapper and as a, you know, a forefather of the culture, yeah, man, when he talks, you listen. When he talks, you listen, man. Right, I'm going to find a new beat, I think. And then I might get to chopping. Right now I'm just chopping my mouth. Right, let's run the scratches one more time, yeah? And then we'll change it up.
I made it. I made it. I made it. I produced. I made it. I made it. I produced. I cooked up. I made it. I made it. I made it. I produced. I made it. I made it. I produced. I cooked up.
There we go. Alright, let me play this one. I'm sure I made this on the live stream last time. Not last time, the time before. Most of these beats on here are beats I've made on the live stream. That's what I'm seeing. How many? 2. Alright, so I've got a few sequences of this one. Let's see what's going on. Right, if this is a remix, I'm going to go for the last one first. Take out that. Whoa. Sub bass has no manners at all. Yeah, this ain't got no manners. Let's see what we got anyway. Next sequence, let's move, let's go. You hear us getting spitty? Yes, pretty respect, man. You know what? Something wrong with that. So that's part 2. Let me hear part 1. I don't think I used a breakbeat in part 1. 150. Let me try this 1 second. Boom. Okay, yeah. So this was the original one. Oh, yes. Hold on. Alright, so Coleman's got some issues with his MPC. We need to troubleshoot these guys. As you can hear, mine's starting to be a bit problematic right now on the stream. But I know what my issue is. My issue is I need to upgrade my computer. Simple. I've had that since 2013. 2013, yeah. And it's because I'm playing the MPC, I'm streaming on YouTube, and I'm also playing back on YouTube. So there's too much going on, but I just need to upgrade. That's what causes it to sound spitty like it just did. Coleman, I think your issue, just based on simply what you said there in the chats, the first thing you said, I thought, yeah, I know what your issue is. Have you upgraded recently to version 2.0 of the software? Sorry, 2.8. If so, I'll bet you any money it's every time you open the hybrid plugin. I bet you. So while we're saying that, I'm going to refresh. Let me shut down the MPC and then open it back up. Do I want to save it? Nah, I've already got it. Yes, people. Let me just open this back. Boom, there we go. This is one of them ones where you say something like, if you're on the radio and you have to do this, you'd be like, so, in the meantime, between time, shout out everyone, and just start doing shout outs while you're fixing back up what's going on. This time your turntable's broke down, or you drop the you knock something off or something, turned off a switch by mistake. Yeah, man, big up everyone who's got experience in pirate radio. That's where you really forge your skills, when you've got to broadcast a show for 3 hours with the most low budget equipment you could ever find, like the lowest budget mixer from Tandy or Radio Shack if you're in the States, with 2 straight arm turntables off a separate hi-fi. Do you get me? And having to run a show for a couple of hours. So you haven't upgraded recently. Okay, so what version you want? Let me know what version of MPC you're on. Because I had the same issue. I had I basically upgraded to 2.8. Oh my gosh, you're killing me with the ads. What's going on? Yeah, upgraded to version 2.8. And then I noticed every time I tried to open a track that I'd made with that I'd used hybrid in, it just kept on crashing, like it just would not open. Yo, get lost, YouTube, man. What's going on? YouTube really want me to try it for a month. Get lost. I don't want to try it for a month. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. So you're still on 2.7. Does it happen with every track, or are there certain tracks you can open? Because anyway, what I'm saying is I upgraded to 2.8, and then every time I tried to open a beat that I'd used hybrid in there, it just crashed. So when I began to recognize that pattern, I just deleted 2.8 and then reinstalled 2.7. So what's happening? Is it just literally just locking off, or is it when you do something, like can you get it up and running? Can you sort of recognize a pattern of what's happening? Let me reinstate this screen. Boom, boom. Okay, so we should be back now. Did I finish talking about the culture? So it's 2.7. Yeah, I have to say, man, that's one thing, like with the software, it can be quite unstable, man. It's quite frustrating. Oh, I tried this one last week, didn't I?
Back middle to the front, don't front. Back middle to the front, don't front. Back middle to the front, don't front. Want a good time, wanna give you what you want. Hey, back middle. what you want, what you want, hey. What you want, what you want, hey. What you want, give you what you want, hey. What you want, give you what you want, hey.
Do something with that. Yeah, it might just be a RAM situation. It might be that there's certain tracks you've got that, you know, what I mean, you've done so much in there that it's just locking off because of a RAM issue. Let's try this. Cooking up a storm. Let's see what this one's saying. Yeah, it's going to be either a RAM issue or, again, like I said, a plugin issue. What you need to do is find out which beats open and which beats crash and try to recognize a pattern. Because like I said, for me, it was only when I realized, like I tried to make a new beat. I was making the beat, everything was going fine. And then I opened up hybrid, boom, crashed. And I thought, okay, I think I see a pattern here. So then I went back to the beats. So I just went through my folder. That one open fine, yeah, no problem. Next one, boom, open fine, no problem. Next one that I knew I used hybrid in, it wouldn't even open. Like it would open up, and as soon as I go to play or whatever, it just crashes. So try to see what the you know what I mean, what's the same. Let me get rid of that. Let's see what this one is. So, 1 second, before I even start this track here. From what I can see, we've got 9 people watching this, yeah? I only know where 2 of those people are from. We've got Chicago, and we've got Brumtown right here in the UK. So I want to know where the rest of you are from. Shout out your city, shout out your town. Let us know what's going on out there, man. Let us know you're safe. Yes, Fruits. Down now. It's all over the place. Shout out Wiley Cats. Welcome. You're a little bit late this evening. We've been going for quite a while. I know I'm not live streaming on Instagram this evening. Sorry about that. You know what? The reason I don't stream on Instagram is because I have to have it running through my speakers. Like I've got one of these, yeah? This iRig thing. I've got one of those. But it's just, I need to set it up, and on here I just turn on my machine and it's set up ready to go. With this I got to put my phone in, get the iRig lined up, make sure it's in the stand right and that's connected properly, and then yeah, it just becomes long, man. I just think, you know what, in the daytime no problem, I'll just blaze it, turn my speakers on, have a good blast and run it through Insta. But this is where the family is, man. The family, the community's on YouTube, that's where the family is, so they get the priority, you get me? Instagram, just get the little quick 1-2, 1-2. We're about to go live. And that's it. But big up yourself, Wiley. I trust you well. How's the weather where you are? Slow pacer. You know what? Actually, I want to play you a lot of track. You know what? I want to play you a lot of track. But this track is it's in Logic, so. Actually, no, I think I've exported it. Let me see. I've exported it. That's good. That's good to hear. We had a bit of thunder and lightning this the last few days, so you get me. Not everyone likes thunder and lightning. I'm trying to find this track. 1 second. Where will it be? It will be in music. It will be, no, those are all samples. It might be in downloads, documents. No, actually, it's going to be on the external music. Nope. Imagine that. I don't know where my songs are. Oh, actually, Prit. Let me play some of these. So, I've got some tracks here from, when were these recorded? These would have been recorded in 1998. 99 maybe. These would have been recorded. So this is when, when you met me, not long after that I'd met H, and then H left MSI and Asylum, was looking for a producer. I became that producer, and then we went to studio and made like a ton of music between 99 and 2001, probably 2002. Yeah, we were just in a studio. Like at one point we had this studio blocked out for like a month. We could just go there every day, blocked out, go in there and just have our sessions. We made a ton of music, man. So I'm going to play you one of these right now. Let me know if you can hear it, because I'm not sure whether this is going to... Oh no, it's going to open iTunes. We don't want iTunes. Don't even bother. Get lost. See this now. Look at this.
Flows banging. Never stepping half-hearted, full-blooded, spit arsenic, cold-hooded, rock venom, murder with a tender touch.
I know you can
Don't
hear
know
that.
the flow's banging, same way as nose candy. Those listening to my tape, OD badly.
So this
Before
was
the finish,
myself
taking
and a
30
rapper named
burn,
H,
resolution spinning,
and this is
oddity
from
appealing, paraplegic,
90
from the head up crippling, 5-minute symphony, blood
like
rushing your
98.
brain before it finishes. Death presence
A lot of this
a physical
unreleased,
spirit,
unheard.
mass pyramids, Tutankhamun, headless pharaoh. Think up the illest images, biographic, spit nitroglycerin mixed with acid, carved words, thought chiseling. Don't understand, but love the way I'm stringing it. Crochet, each line's like cocaine, so keep sniffing it. Gear shift, hear the engine clicking fifth. The way H kicks, snap ligaments.
Flows banging. You know what's interesting, right? When I listen to this now, like creatively, this is what I don't like. Hold on 1 second.
I breathe breath in your ears, running your veins, straight to your brain. Press rewind, you wanna hear it again. Sensei, there's no feeling like pressing play, knowing full well you're gonna hear my tape.
Does anybody like using iTunes?
Get it straight, me and Nuno ain't the same. Broke it down to
Yeah, man, H was hard, man.
rap different.
But what I was gonna say is, when I listen back to this now, right, creatively, I haven't changed much in terms of my style of production. When I listen to like how it's chopped up and whatever,
Don't stop revolving till it's out to my system.
but the quality, I listen to the quality and I cringe, man. Like the hats and
Man's tried to break my
some of the kick drums and the snares.
me, hear me kill it. You could be blind as f- and my video can still feel it.
Now listen to that tambourine.
Flows banging.
Like no one could have told me to get a better tambourine than that. But you know what though? It adds to the authenticity. Like that's just where we were at that time. Do you get what I'm saying? That's just where we were.
High octane, very flammable, bit mechanical, spontaneous, do the unplannable, out to yassa, cake.
Oh yeah, so a lot of these, to answer your question, a lot of these I've already put on to Spotify. So I think it's on Spotify and Apple Music. So if you go on Spotify and search for H and Frick, I've uploaded, there's 2 lots of 3 tracks, and I've just called them the Lost Tapes or the Lost Sessions or something like that. The Lost Sessions.
No one's more blooder, so when dapper than release, know what that means? MC suffer.
Right, let me kill this because I don't like iTunes. Let me just get rid of iTunes. And then we can go to a good old simple QuickTime player. There we go. So this was another one. So this one was called Everybody's Somebody. And again, like I said, when you listen to this, the style of production, my style really hasn't changed in like flipping 20 years.
Yo, turn on my headphones. Yo, I'm about to rip this to shreds. Yo, Frick, keep the rhythm crunking. You get me? 1, 2, 1, 2.
I was raw, man. I didn't really care about the sounds.
When I pick up the pen, it's like my life just begun again. Now I'm living the moment, poetry, emotion.
The other thing as well was them times I didn't really know much about mixing and mastering.
Leaves all bloating.
So basically, what I sampled was just raw. Like I wasn't even processing the sample before I was chopping it. It was just like whatever I found, wherever I found it, that's what I'm using.
I can prove it, listen to my music, drink mint tea, eat muesli, so thoughts digest smoothly. What I am is a poet, yours truly. H in his wholeness, making words show beauty. With a pen, I direct my own movies. My whole life is a story.
I'm the main character.
Living it, cause I ain't a good actor, but I'm more than exceptional flex stepper.
Yo, you see this guy, yeah, pretty you'll know, man.
When it's grooved into lacquer, everybody's somebody.
As an MC, yeah.
Everybody somebody.
As the type of MC who you want to sit down and listen to, this guy is one of the best, man.
Like autumn leaves, I drop blessings. Dig up what's buried for who's messing. I wasn't born to be tested, proving anything's too excessive. I was born to be expressive, not recessive. Totally
H from out of Birmingham, UK.
Move like time from day to day. Right.
Formerly of MSI and Asylum.
World is a place of contradiction. You're one if you're living. Can't live with them.
You know, one regret I have is that we never put this out. We recorded this in 98, 99.
Forever earning wisdom. See no man's more than I see my own vision.
It was called The Sealer.
Senses make you feel me when you listen. I do a global.
I think there was like 12 tracks on there in total, and it was a smasher, man. Like there's certain tracks I ain't got no more, like I can't find them, or they were on a CD and the CD just crashed. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 tracks here. Yeah, man, he was definitely. He was up there, man. Let me tell you this. You see, if this album would have came out, it would have. If this album would have come out, it would have been a part of UK hip hop history.
When I got a cold, thoughts take the toll. So I write from the spirit, less limits. I wouldn't still.
And I'm not even saying that because I produced it. I'm saying like the material. Let me play you the next one. The material, like the level of raps, the way you put your songs together, the concepts. He was really going for it, man. Really, really going for it. Let me play you this one. And again, remember, this was like 98, 99 times. This track, like the lyricism on this track, a different level, man. Forgot about my chocolate. So this track's called Magic. I've actually remade this beat. I'll tell you a little bit about this in a minute.
My words magic. Picture it in your cabbage, just the way I can make you imagine what you can't fathom. Amazed with language backwards, like having no questions to those answers. From any stackers to minute this CD, this to masters. Go Ampex, cost actors.
Alright, let me stop there for a second, yeah. Let me just go back because I need to translate what this guy's saying to you.
Imagine what you can't fathom. Amazed. My words magic.
Picture it in your cabbage.
Just the way
I can make you imagine what you can't fathom.
Amazed with language backwards, like having no questions to those answers from any.
Picture it for a second in your cabbage. Just the way I can make you imagine what you can't fathom. Amazed with language backwards, like having no questions to those answers.
To minute this CD, this to masters. Go Ampex, cost actors. Thought tracker like
George Lucas thinking of Chewbacca. I'm not a new rapper.
I'm a poet with the world flow.
Hold on.
Ampex, cost actors. Thought tracker
like George Lucas
thinking of Chewbacca. I'm not a new rapper quoted.
I'm a poet
with the world flow.
Thought tracker like George Lucas thinking of Chewbacca. I'm not a new rapper. Quoted, I'm a poet. Spit moet. Jeez.
Bit moet. H blur your focus. Page soaks my thoughts. It's so deep. The way we talk. Run the gauntlet.
Breaking records in word sports.
Verse memorable as firstborns.
Like Oak with his shirt on.
Ain't seen me bust yet. I'm living life, so my motto is records in word sports. Go.
Man's talking about breaking records in word sports, you know.
Pex, cost actors,
thought tracker
like George Lucas thinking of Chewbacca. I'm not a new rapper quoted. I'm a poet with the world flow. Spit moet, H blur your focus. Page soaks my thoughts. It's so deep. The way we talk. Run the gauntlet. Breaking records in word sports. Verse memorable as firstborns. Like Oak with the shirt on. Ain't seen me bust yet. I'm living life, so my motto is yeah. And I say that to my breath. There's none left. Floating over my body. Split by a shot and kill it. Way I slay my hobby far from probably. Best of what I do, I'm he. On the country.
Yes, Wiley. See you later, man. Take care.
The game I'm in, I win. 1-3. Calculate the math.
Dapper than staff.
Flirting. The MBS.
But we put the work in.
The leg working. The net working. The head working.
Till our head's hurting.
That's magic.
Yo, this guy It was something else, man.
What I can do to your cabbage, magic.
Listen to this next verse.
Magic. You can't always plan it, magic. Only certain cats have it, magic, magic. What I can do to your cabbage.
Right, listen to this next verse.
What I can see in my attic, magic. You can't always plan it.
You ready?
Magic.
Let's go.
Only certain cats have it, magic. Crystal Vision 2020, got thoughts many. Mine I get think on my lawns, cause they're very heavy when they're dropped. Like going to the pearly gates to find them locks. Me caught off beat,
only if time stops. Said he said.
Be what you wanna be, why not? Life's hot.
What's good, brother?
Cold, heat your soul when you
Birthday was blessed.
like what? Age thrilling when my record spinning, key cats grinning. I'm not kidding.
Creature compasses are spitting.
Like babies, you can't see me, but I'm still kicking.
Hold on. I need to go back. Big up, said he said in the building. Good to have you, man. All right, so listen to the second verse. My man says, Crystal Vision 2020.
You can't always plan
Hold
it,
on.
magic. Only certain cats have it, magic.
Crystal Vision 2020.
Got thoughts,
Got thoughts many. Mind how you think on my lines, cause they're very heavy when they're dropped. Like going to the pearly gates to find them locked. Me caught off beat, only if time stopped. Whew. Yo.
many. Certain cats have it, magic. Crystal Vision 2020, got thoughts many. Mine I get think on my lines,
cause they're very heavy
when they're dropped. Like going to the pearly gates
to find them locked.
Me caught off beat,
only if time stops.
Be what you wanna be,
why not? Life's hot.
Even in the cold, heat your soul when you feel my flow. Like what? Age thrilling when my record spinning, key cats grinning. I'm not kidding, creature compasses my spitting.
Like babies,
you can't see me,
but I'm still kicking.
In your stomach hurt, but you love it when I'm chipping. Style rinsing,
pay the price.
Like Vincent, H jinxing.
Going off too much, somebody pinch him.
Before he moves in his daydream living. Response instant.
Stay clean, stay dirty. For 50 years you wanna stay 30.
In your heart, keep young. From my stomach comes my deep tongue.
5 years ago,
I couldn't see
what I become. Rap alien.
Like I got 3 tongues and 6 third eyes, and I see different words with each one. That's magic.
Jeez. Yo, you see the first time I went to this guy's yard, yeah? Like, when we first met, he came to my house and he was introduced to my library of beats at that time. And them times I was head down, I had beats. And he was like, okay. He kind of felt like he found a match, because when I went to his house, my man had like, he had a shelf on his wall in his bedroom, and on the shelf he had ring binders. Like, hold on. Not even like this, but you get me. He had like, my man had like folders like this, dated the year, and then in there it was just song after song printed off in a laminate sheet like this, in a, you know what I mean, one of them, whatever they're called, the pockets, poly pockets. And he was like, okay, safe, give me a next beat. And I'd put a beat on, like them times I had a mini disc player, I'd put a beat on, and he'd just go through his songs just to see what would go. And he was just like concept after concept after concept. And like I said, he'd put that down and then take out like the 95 folder, 96 folder. I was just like, this guy is a machine. So his name's H. Said he's from the UK, and he's a rapper that I was his producer when I first started producing. Not when I first started, but he was kind of like the first official kind of thing I was working with. But yeah. So listen to this last verse now.
While I can see in my attic, magic. You can't always plan it, magic. Only certain cats have it, magic. I was meant to rap, you'll agree. Feeling now I keep your mental trapped. Just you and me, zoning. My inner world store holding. His hypnotism I exhibit through rhythm. True art, crowd controlling. Face it, my rap level's far from basic. Parallel to the physics of the universal matrix. Touch bases, outer limits, wanna reach it, then play this. Out of this world, none of y'all know what H is. Fort Maverick, advancing with a touch of magic. Genius, Footstep away from madness. Feel this flow
with your mind, body, and soul. It's amazing what I can do with pens a whole
grip. Way I think, make me and you click. There's no other reason why you'd sit. Don't say shit and listen to me spit for 5 minutes. Mentally fit, memory jogs.
4 miles with more styles.
Don't quit, ain't got it, panic. H is a touch of magic.
The man says memory jog, 4 miles with more styles.
Magic, genius, footstep away from madness.
Feel this flow with your mind, body, and soul. It's amazing what I can do with pens a whole grip. Way I think, make me and you click.
There's no other reason why you'd sit. Don't say shit and listen to me spit for 5 minutes. Mentally fit, memory jogs, 4 miles with more stars. Don't quit, ain't got it, panic. H is a touch of magic.
Yo, said definitely, man. Yo, send the link as well, man. I want to hear some of your music. Post the link, man. So let me play you one more. Yeah, this one. And again, remember, this was 98, 99, man. I remember making this beat. I actually remember making this beat. What's mad is when I listen to it now, I'm just like, oh, if I could change the snare or change the hi-hat or whatever, you know what I mean? It just sounds very demo-ish, the mix I'm on about. But anyway.
How I see it, does it really matter how I see it? It does to me what is freedom. If you care the opposite of being free, lose the chains, free your mind. But you see with your brain.
Nathan Jones in the building.
Laws of thinking which I break after.
Yeah.
What's fake? Nothing. Everything's true if not to me. Maybe to you. Crazily do what's blue. We class it as a color, as a mood.
Yeah, man. Birthday was blessed, man.
What's life? Living it's easy to tell. What's rebel?
He was blessed.
Why others don't.
Forgive me for last week, yo. I had to cut the stream short last week, man. Even though we went long, I'm sure we went for about 2.5 hours. Well, like I said, by time the birthday drink kicked in, I was like, yo, I need to go to my bed. Yeah, man. Everything's blessed still. How I see it. They say. Yeah, man, I remember being in my mom's garage. Pretty you'll know about the garage. So I remember being in my mom's garage. I remember making this beat. I made 2 different versions. So this has got another track to it. Same sample but a different beat. And then I flipped it and I played this for H and he was like, yo, I got something for that right now. And this was at one point, it's my favorite H song.
I see it. Does it really matter how I see it? It does to me what is freedom. If you care the opposite of being free, lose the chains, free your mind.
No, brother. I went to my bed.
What is logic? Laws of thinking which I break often. What's fake? Nothing. Everything's true if not to me, maybe to you.
What, Nate, you're gonna have to watch the replay, man. We had a good discussion earlier about industry versus culture.
Living it's easy to tell what's rebel to do what
others don't want you to.
Mostly parents are to see, but sometimes
best for you. What's a crew? I don't know, cause I once had one, and it wasn't all for one for all. What's war? The struggle of life.
Some fight with guns and knives,
but it's missiles that takes the most lives.
What's to survive? Not trying to strive for more,
and accepting that you're poor. If you ever seen what I saw, you'd be scared to explore. Jeez.
How I see it.
Yo.
Being,
nah, H was a beast, man.
How I see it. This world's crazy, and it would be a better
Yo, Prince, I'll tell you who else was terrible.
How I see it. Ain't how it's always being.
Yes, Nath, we don't need to know about your extramarital affairs.
This world touched me in many ways.
And who you follow on Instagram. We care about how you chop samples up and how come you ain't posted for ages.
What's strange for us to be born? It takes 9 months, so when we're born, our age starts from 0 days. What's pain? Living, singing the wicked, still being wicked, and it's
it's terrible, man. I tell you what though, there's a couple youths who you can see they're just riding the culture now, but they have got longevity. So like someone like Dave, when you listen to Dave, yeah, you can tell he's got some depth. He's not like one of those shallow rappers.
What's real? Opposite a bluff. Up this you can't get.
He will outgrow everyone because he's still young as well.
How I see it, ain't how it's always being.
They say seeing is believing.
Not an AD.
How I see it.
This world's crazy, and it would be a better place if you could agree to disagree. How I see it, ain't how it's always being. They say seeing is believing, not an AD. How I see it, this world's crazy, and it would be a better place if you could agree to disagree. What is women? The dilution of men. Our weakness, same time, our greatest comfort. What's a pen?
You know what? I've got some other tracks somewhere, but they're not on this computer. They're on my laptop.
What is the thing? Not just the talk. That's what separates the men from
Actually, unless they're in Dropbox. Give me a second.
bliss to some fear. So the light noise.
Moving convoys.
Cause when you're by yourself,
It's only you in your head. Lonely moments, like before you go bed.
And sleep. What's deep? That's what some call me. But to me, normality.
What, you can't post a link?
Inconvenience. What's common sense? What you should use instead of pretense. Every day's like I'm living again. So I pick up the pen and see if my world's changed by what.
You know what I just thought? Hold on. I literally just a moment ago just thought something.
Something that hip hop needs. When the corporates bleed it dry.
Yo. Nah, Nath, I was talking about that earlier. I haven't upgraded yet. I've still got the glitchy thing.
How I see it.
I actually went on the Apple website the other day and I built my computer, put it all together, put it in the basket, and then thought, do I really want to spend that money though? Do I really want to spend that much money right now? In this COVID time. You know them ones? Like, you know you're going to spend it, but like, do I want to spend it today? Like, can I just wait a little bit longer? Yeah, man, do that, man. Do that, Sid. I'm not sure why you can't post it. It might be the settings on the live chat. Try and post it in the comments. So this is a live chat, obviously. So maybe afterwards, post it in the comments and I'll pin it. But yeah, Nath, this is H. So this is the guy I was working with back in the day. I'm going to play you one more. So this track, yeah. The last four I've played, it was more kind of, there was more substance in those tunes. This track we purposely made because he wanted to kind of just showcase variety. So we had like a quirky beat and he was like, you know what, I'm just going to just vibe on this one. There was no real kind of, what's the word, like concept. It was just a freestyle kind of vibey thing. And this potentially was going to be one of the singles off this album. Check it out.
Mike's deep tonguing, memory jarred in my head, legs don't stop, keep running. Heart on the ear, the breeze humming. Deaf and blind and see nothing. I MC but keep my face down in public. Vanity in the same thing, don't love it. Was started off by my big cousin. Never big enough to say I wasn't, and shrugging, no composure. These stars keep buzzing as if they weren't ever mudding in ghetto scrubbing. I'd busy name, but it isn't worth dubbing. Never mind plugging, legging it, keep running. Sleep dunning after weed budding. See me coming, rise at the sun in the sky clubbing. Who's judging the word, shoving abundant rap flooding? By now you should know I ain't up, so lose legs by the dozens when I come through rugged. What's up, cousin?
From way back when. So you can tell this is more of a freestyle thing. So you see, when we made this, yeah, this was the first time we'd done that kind of pattern where the hook follows the sample. And you know what that showed me? That showed me as a producer, like how I contribute to writing the song. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I just made this beat independently, and then I played it to him, and just by following that.
So lose legs by the dozens when I come through rugged. What's up, cousin?
Like the whole of that, I wrote that. Those are my notes. Do you get what I'm saying? All he done was not all he done, but basically that inspired him to put words to my composition. Do you get what I'm saying? And it was early in my career, and I thought, you know what? I'm a writer. Like, I haven't written the words, but I've composed the composition. I've written the composition. Do you get what I'm saying? So I learned that lesson quite early. So when it was time to speak about publishing, I need to talk about the splits here.
By now you should know I ain't so lose legs by the dozens when I come through rugged. What's up, cousin? Way back when always been a shade different. And if you don't know my old things, go and check my way back when
Always been a shade different.
and if
You don't know my old things.
go and check. MPCs keep drumming, so fresh. I keep beats sudden, everything's glugging.
Right, so
Nothing hugging.
while this is playing, I'm looking for a song I want to play you guys. I made a song. I produced a song, I should say. And then I hired some live instrumentalists, some live musicians to do their thing on it. Just give me a second, let me find it.
Lickety spitting while you're calligraphing and rigging. Calligraphy gets punched in. Get stuck up like Fumstead. Natural dance stars hunching. Stop talking, favor lunching. Munchkin, your functions fronting. Not me things, but all I own is a start junction.
Yeah.
Way back when, always been a shade different. And if you don't know my own things, go and check my way.
Oh, Nate, I want to play this one.
Always been a shade different.
Hold on.
And if you don't know my own things, go and check. Rubber dubbing, call me lovers loving, smooth rugged, past hundreds in class bugging. Predators now become axe hunting, lugging. When I'm coming, I keep nothing, head busting, just running, tackle and spit sudden, throat puffing, think rushing, keep the cold war buzzing. Gets on us, so you're all bumming. Where's it going? But holding, pen holding, then roll.
Flows banging. Again, this was like a freestyle kind of. Let me show them my lyrical ability.
Never stepping off-hearted,
Type track.
spit arsenic, cold-hooded, rock venom, murder with a tender touch, don't know the flow's banging, same way as nose candy. Those listening to my tape, OD badly. Before the finish, taking a 33 and a third, resolution spinning, ology of killing it, paraplegic, from the head up crippling, 5-minute symphony, blood rushing your brain before it
Ooh, you
finishes.
see like this now, if I made this again, these drums would bang so hard.
Think up the illest images, biographic, spit nitroglycerin mixed with acid, carb worst thought chiseling. Don't understand, but love the way I'm stringing it. Crochet, each line's like cocaine, so keep sniffing it. Gear shift, hear the engine clicking fifth. The way H kicks, snap ligaments.
Flows banging. Mama didn't even put a a hook on the track, it just flows banging.
I breathe breath in your ears, running your veins, straight to your brain. Press rewind, you wanna hear it again. Sensei, there's no feeling like pressing play, knowing full well you're gonna hear my tape. Stop the music, let's get it straight. Me and Nuno ain't the same. Broke it down to our DNA, rap different. Pen so close, it can hear feel me brain ticking. Like mother's chicken, ain't nothing touching nothing. Quick to bring it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who this was. This was like a reggae sample, you know.
Ink vapors got me spinning cliche crack victims.
It was like an Alton Ellis or something.
Till it's out to my system, feel me migging. Sticked up, run through your yard, leave us all bleeding. Nothing to lose, everything to live. Man's tried to break my spirit, that made a monster out of me. Hear me kill it. You could be blind as out, and my video you still feel it.
Flows banging. You can tell, Nath, my style hasn't really changed much, has it? fire breath.
Giving him my the arson test. Your blue flame, a scorch white, verbal Fahrenheit. High octane, very flammable, fit mechanical, spontaneous, do the unplannable. Out to Yasser, Cape Canaveral. Switch my flow, just like how I hold the remote and switch the channel. Roll the cylinder, unarmed the chips, flow vinegar. Like V6, blow cylinders, Rebinxa, spit ginger, more
Yes,
funk
Jaws.
than the Tinder, turban dub. Where I kill the session,
Man say
Ermans, but uno cans, us
Ermans.
You know the flex, feel the judder. My stars Mets, damn me and my bread, know it's more blooder. So when dapper than release, know what that means? MC suffer, game becomes a shade tougher. Brain buster, known as ghetto novelist, pen toucher. Got such a fetish for leaving the page reddish. Click words together, call me clucker.
Toast MCs till I have to cream the face with butter. My man says, hold on.
Flows banging, flows banging, flows banging. Buster, known as ghetto novelist, pen toucher. Got such a fetish
For leaving the page reddish. Hold on. Let's just appreciate the lyricism for a moment, please. Yeah. I'm not gassing. You get me? I'm just saying, like, most of this is unheard. It is available on Spotify. If you go to Spotify and type in H and Frick, H as in Haych, Frick as in Frik. There's 2 3-track EPs on there called The Lost Sessions. So basically, these are sessions that we recorded between 98 and 99, but were unreleased. We had a joint venture deal with a local independent record label named Different Drummer, and they had a studio, in-house studio. They gave us full access to the studio for like a month. Every day we just go in there, and we made a ton of music. I'm talking a ton of music, and these are just some of the tracks that survived those sessions, because obviously our lives went separate ways, and you get me, everything just got disbanded and discarded. And it was only when I moved here, there was a bag or a case or something, and there were some CDs in there, and I found 2 CDs I'd had from those sessions, and it was probably about 12 or 13 tracks on there. One of the CDs wouldn't even, I tried to play, and it was it wouldn't even play. So then I tried to dump the data to a laptop, and again, some of the tracks saved, like these are some of them saved, others they just wouldn't, they were just corrupt, so it wasn't happening. So yeah, man,
spit ginger.
all I'm saying is hear what my man's saying, yeah?
More funk than the Tinder, turban dub. Where I kill the session, man say Ermans. But uno cans, us Ermans. You know the flex, feel the judder. My style's Mets, damn me and my bread, know it's more blooder. So when dapper than release, know what that means? MC suffer, game becomes a shade tougher. Brain buster, known as ghetto novelist, pen toucher. Got such a fetish for leaving the page reddish. Click words together, call me clucker.
Toast MCs
till I have to cream their face with butter.
My man said he's going to toast MCs till they have to cream their face with butter. Dear me. Hey, yo, is that DJ Widebody in the building? We definitely got a star-studded audience this evening. We've got Nath Jones in the building. We've got Sedi Said in the building. We've got DJ Widebody just rolled in. What are you saying, brother? It's great to have you here. We've got Prit in the building. Yo, if you don't know about Prit, yeah. You know, Prit, post a link to your YouTube channel so the people can see who we've got in the building. And I hope you've got a trailer for your movie on your YouTube channel. I know it's on your Vimeo. Or actually, just post a link to your website. You see, when this documentary comes out, I'm going to be so gassed. freestyle thing. I literally just freestyled it. I want an MC, yeah, to just get on this and go ballistic. Yes, Nath, I'm glad you know. So, Nath, this is what I'm saying about how small the world is. Because in 1996, 97, 98, me and Prit were like just rolling together, you know what I mean? Prit had his camera. Them times I just got my MPC. We was on a turntablist scene, on a DJ scene, and just going like, just living a hip hop lifestyle, you know what I mean? And Prit was documenting. Mama's got some footage. Now what I will say is I was never like a fully fledged turntablist, but I was more of a kind of a party club kind of DJ, radio DJ. But we got sucked into that turntablist world, man. Yeah, check out King of the Beats. KingofTheBeats.com. Yeah, man, Prit was vlogging before vlogging was a thing. Yo, Prit, imagine if we had YouTube them days. Man would have had 1 million subscribers. Yes, Sedi. It's what I'm saying, man. I want an MC to get on it and just spaz. It's that type of beat. Yeah. Alright, let's calm down a bit. Okay. Like, you see right now, this beat is my favorite beat. Philippe in the building. Shout out, my brother. That's what I'm saying, man. The community's gathering now. You see, like, these sessions now, this is like rounding up the elders. Do you get what I'm saying? Yo, round up the man them. Yeah. And let's reason. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what these sessions are like. Yeah, man. Yo, dial up. Let's talk about dial up for a moment. Like, you imagine trying to live stream like this on a dial up. Yo. We can't take it for granted, man. Like, and this is what I say to the youngers all the time. Like, don't take it for granted that you have global distribution in your back pocket. Global, you know. Like, what I'm doing now, I don't take this for granted. I am broadcasting live to the world. And I'm saying, Prit, imagine them days in the garage. Like, I used to have garage sessions, like, Friday night, Saturday night, standard. If you live around my way, do you get what I'm saying? Most evenings I was in the garage. But the sessions took place like a Friday, Saturday, maybe a Sunday, but mainly Friday, Saturday. And I used to think to myself, you imagine being able to broadcast those sessions to the globe. Just reach the globe like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Where now we can do this. You know what I mean? We can do it, man. But we can't take it for granted. We have global distribution at our fingertips. Like, imagine I'm broadcasting this now. I'm actually watching it back on my phone and reading your comments. That's how accessible the world is. Do you get what I'm saying? You, like, even them tracks I was playing from 97, 98, for us to get that out, like I said, we have to go studio, record the thing. Them times we were using ADATs. And I'm sure we had some like some Ampex reel-to-reels or whatever they were called. Was it Ampex? I think it was. Anyway, old school. Then we had to go. We went to Nottingham. Went to some pressing plants. The guy pressed us up a acetate. And then we did get some CDs burnt. Got some stuff sent out. And it was like, just trying to get it out was such a chore. Like, that was the hard part, trying to get heard, trying to get it out. You know what I mean? It was only like 1 or 2 stations, national stations, that you might get some play on. But I just look at how accessible content is now. It's, we can't take it for granted, man. You know what I mean? Can't take it for granted. So, yes. As we said that now, we have to play this here rhythm. This here rhythm. You've probably heard it before. Nath, I know you've heard it before, but at the moment, this is probably my favourite beat. Again, I need an MC to come on this and just do his thing. Organs in the background, they're not meant to be there. Check them out. Yeah, you like the lighting? Don't let me have to flex on you. Spaz on this. You know what I liked about this? The space. If I show you how I played this, hold on. It's actually fast. Is that how you going on, Philip? Hold on. Is that how you going on? You're dropping €2 for the beats? I appreciate it, man. That's my first super chat. If you want to leave a donation, please feel free to use the super chat. That's my first super chat ever in life. I've made it. Hey, yo, Philippe, you put the decimal point in the wrong place, man. It's meant to be two steps to the right. 2 digits to the right. And then you get the beat then. You get me? If you move the decimal point 2 places to the right, then you get the beat. Outright exclusive. You just have to clear the sample. What I liked about this was I've made this beat like 3 times, and then one day I was sitting there and I was just messing about, like just proper, not even thinking. I just went. Hold on. That was it. So you're in spending mode. Yeah, and then the drum was just mad straight. This is gone again, man. Sure. See, I'd want to hear like someone like this sounds like streets, like ignorance. Yeah. Some straight East Coast ignorance. Like I've been to Brooklyn, man. I can smell Brooklyn when I hear this. You know, Brooklyn in the summer, when you can smell the trash cans. Walking up Church Avenue. Yo, I used to walk from East 16th Street, just by Prospect Park, from East 16th Street, all the way up Church Avenue to Utica Avenue. You know how far that was? I looked at it the other day on Google Maps, and I was like, yo, that is Mission. That's far, like blocks. I don't even know how many blocks. Probably about 30 blocks. And I was about like 14. I remember once walking from my cousin's house in the middle of Flatbush, and it must have been about, like, it was late, and I was like, again, 14, 15, and I'm just casually walking like 4 or 5 blocks back home. Yeah, man, that type of ignorance. Ellie Mahoney in the building. Yeah, big up Ellie, man. See, we've got a real international audience this evening now. So Ellie's in Portugal. So we got Philippe. Remind me, Philippe, I'm sure you're from Belgium, I believe. We know where Nathan's from. Up to Road, man. Sedi said, remind me, Sedi, are you Philly? I know someone's Philly. We got Prit in Brumtown. Yo, wide body, where you from, man? We got Chicago in the building. If one man's still here. I think Coleman might have gone and made the beat. But Coleman's banging out beats at the moment. Yeah, man, Belgium. You see, I know my community, man. So right now we're international. Right, while I'm playing this, I was meant to be looking for another track. Yeah, man. You're what? An hour ahead of me. Right, what am I looking for? Okay, JN is in Texas. Yeah, man, said Chicago. In the building. Alright, so we need to find something different. Hold on. Do I want to make something fresh this evening? Yeah, man, it's early by you, man. Them times I was still at work. Innit, Ellie? 6 o'clock, we're still at work, man. Grafting. Right, I don't remember how this beat goes, but let me see how many sequences we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, we've got like 4 or 5 sequences. So put some work in. Let's listen to it. Let's take out that, take out that, take out that too. Let's see what's going on. Ah, okay. Let me reload it. Again, this is like a freestyle thing. Okay, so you're working nights. Oh, it's that type of beat. Right, so this reminds me I don't know why, but I could hear like Talib Kweli, Mos Def, and Pharoah Monch on this. Yeah, you're right, Nath. Hold on. Yeah, man, you're right. Look, you see them horns at the beginning? That's exactly what inspired those horns at the beginning. Let's go back. You see, Nath's got a good ear, man. That's exactly what inspired this intro. Yeah, and these are all just little chops, man. Proper short chops. It's just a simple freestyle type. Just flow over it and show off. That's what you need. That's that scream. Right, I'm trying to find this track for you, man. That's enough of that. What's this one saying? On the train. I've got beats in here, I don't even know what they are. What's the easiest way to sequence on the MPC? I still do one and copy and paste. So for me, I'll do my main sequence. Whoa. What's that? Yeah, so for me, I'll do my main sequence and then I will, let's say if I do 4 bars or 8 bars, I'll start with that, do my main sequence, and then what I usually do is I will go into song mode and double it. So I'll make it from, say, 8 bars to 16 bars, and then I'll put a variation in the sequence there. So I've now got 16 bar sequence with a slight variation, maybe in the drum pattern or in the sequence, or maybe at the end, the last 16 bars might switch. And then once I've got that, that's I know that's my main sequence. Like most rappers, they're working with 16 bars. So once you got that 16 bar sequence, you're good to go. What I would then do is duplicate the sequence. And then if I want to switch it up, I'll just delete everything I've played, like with the sample, with the main sample chops. I'll delete that, keep the drums, and then just freestyle with the chops. So let me see what this one's saying. Okay, you know what? Let me just quit and reboot. I need to upgrade, people. I need to upgrade. So, yo, if you keep sending me those Cash App super chats, I'll be able to upgrade my computer. I've only got, I just need another 2,000 of those, please. No, 1,000 of those, and I'll be okay. So just another 1,000 super chats. Fun thing is to bounce a track to sample and make a clip program from chunked tracks. Philippe, you've kind of just blown my mind right there. So bounce the track to sample. Okay, so it's like you're sampling your own track and then you'll chop that up and make it again. Go in there, sample. Right, let's see what I've done with this. Okay, nothing too serious. Okay, I get what you're saying. I'll get you, mate. This was just a throw together thing, I can tell. Okay, I think I've got a sequence with this. Hold on. Okay, I did do something. I'm currently on about this Mac. High Sierra. But yeah, man. New computer soon come. I say that every week. I've been saying that. I've been saying that for the past like 4 or 5 weeks. I just can't bring myself to give Apple $2.5 grand. Whew. Whoever raps on this, they could do like a slow flow or a double timer. Yeah, High Sierra, man. Yeah, man. You know what though? Like I said, I've had this Mac now since 2013. It's served me well. Like I said, now it's getting glitchy, man. Sorry, Philippe. I'm a bit of a snob. Nave, I don't even know how to use Windows. Trust me, I do not know how to. My son had a Windows laptop a couple birthdays back, and it had Windows 10 on it. And when his birthday come now, I was expected to kind of get it all set up for him, and I'm sitting there on this Windows 10 like I ain't used Windows since XP days. Like the last Windows I was fully sort of competent with was Windows XP. So I'm sitting there looking at this Windows 10 like I ain't got a clue. Just realised man said Windows Vista, you know. Windows Vista. Yo, you have to. I ain't lying though. XP was the one, man. Windows XP was the one. I was thinking about like what I've done. You see, like when I first transitioned to making music on a PC, like computer based. So I transitioned from the MPC. Like before, I had a solid, you know what I mean, MPC 2000, and then when I transitioned to music to PC based music production, I went on to like some music website or whatever, or some music catalog, and I looked at their top spec PC for music production, and then I went to the computer fair and I bought everything that same spec. Now in the music magazine or on the website, that computer was probably about, at them times the computer was about probably 3-4 grand. I think I built it for about £1,200, like top of the range, and that served me well, man. Like them times, I used to use like Reason, Cubase, and the MPC, and I was good, man. Yes, I've got a SoundCloud, but I don't really upload to it. If you want to check me out, go to my Spotify. Just go on Spotify, search for Mr. Brown. I think there might be a link in the description. Yeah, man, post your link, bro. Post up your link. Yo, Cubase. That's how I learned about sequencing. And I have to say, that was one thing I didn't like about the MPC was, you see, once I found, because I'm dyslexic, you get me? So once I found Cubase and Reason, and like I could see it was visual, like I can see like there's my stack of drums and my sample, and there's my bass. It's all visual, and then you get me. You can start then visualizing your arrangements. That just opened up a whole new world for me, because with the MPC at that time, you're just looking in your little screen here. You're just like in your little screen, everything's numbers, everything's letters. There's no visualization. So I loved the fact that it was touchy-feely. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm making my beats. I can touch and feel what I'm making. I love that. I always felt like music production on a computer was too far away. Like I can't touch it. So then what I used to do, I'd build on the MPC and then bounce the MIDI to, like once I'd built out the core of the track, I'd bounce the MIDI either to Cubase or to Reason. And then obviously that would then pull the samples from the MPC. And then once I got it to a certain point, it was like, yeah, man, ready to work with this. I would just bounce it all as audio and then just do my arrangements visually. So then when I found out about the software and I saw, okay, you've got the You got the hands-on side of it, but then you've also got that, you know, the screen. I was like, that's what I need. That's perfect, because you know I can build hands-on, but then you can still do what you're doing visually. To be honest, my current laptop is a MSG, blah, 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 maxed out. No Apple can touch it when it comes to performance and proper thermal control. Yeah, man, I believe you, man. I believe you, bro. But I mean, I'm part of the Mac cult, unfortunately. Can't leave them. Like, if I leave them, men in sunglasses are going to come to my house and take all Apple products out the house. So can't be doing that. Okay, so you still paid $2,400 for it. Okay. Yeah, man, I don't think, the thing is as well, I'm too invested in other Apple products as well. So obviously I've got what's it called, Logic. I paid like $2 for Logic. So if I switch to Windows, can I still use Logic Pro? I don't think Logic Pro works on Windows. Yeah, man. Matt Daddy Brown in the building. If that's what you're saying. Too cold. That's what the track's for. So I've been trying to play this track for like the last 3 hours. So I want to play you this. I'll let you see it as well. Let me just switch screens here. Give me a second. Let me know if you can see that. No, you can't. I need to go up. Yeah, no, I like Logic. There we go. Boom. On cue. As soon as I said Logic, bam. So this okay, so you can't use Logic on Windows. That's unfortunate. So yeah, so this track now, this is something a little bit different. So it's not sample based. It's all played live. Everything is played live. And then what I'd done, I'd sent the track to a live bassist. I sent it to a keyboard player who added live Rhodes, an organ and all that, and some keys. And then I sent it to a live violinist. Is that the right word? Violinist. Because it just seemed to work. Like, it was just a vibe. I was just thought, you know, I want to make something kind of live sounding. So it's a little bit different to the sample based stuff, but this is your first time hearing it. I haven't even released this yet. This will probably be my next release on Spotify, just to kind of give people something a little bit different. So let's hope it doesn't crash after all that long talk. Let me know if you can hear it as well. If you can hear that, give me a thumbs up. If you can't, then you're just hearing me rub my beard. Give me a signal, people. Can you hear that? You can't hear it? Okay. One momento. Un momento. No, you can't hear it. Okay. Audio. This is why. I need to go to apply changes. Okay, let's try this again. I've actually never played right, now you can hear it, but I can't bloody hear it. Hold on. call my son. My son's name's Zakaya. I call him Zach Daddy. Because he's a ziggity Zach Daddy. Apply changes. Let's see. Input device. I show you audio. No, we want input as Scarlet Audio. Look, now you lot's got me messing up my settings. Let's see if this works. Okay, you should be able to hear that now, yeah? Give me a 1-2 thumbs up if you can hear it. I believe you can, because I can see it on here. So like I said, something a little bit different. Again, the whole project was we want to create something with a live sound. So yeah, man, just appreciate the keys and all that, you get me? Try to get something a bit musical. Live bass as well. Wait till the live violin comes in. Here she comes. Don't have atmosphere. Ready. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. Something a little bit different, you get me? Yo, when she sent this back, you see when I first got this back, I almost cried when I heard this part, man. I was like, whoa. She hit the nail on the head. That's it, man. Different herbs and spices. Yeah, man. She went to town. So like I says, with this, the way it kind of came together was I built the basics, like the basic track. And then I sent that to, the first person I sent it to was a live bassist, just to get the live bass. And then he sent it back, and then I sent it to the keyboard guy, and then he put his 2 tracks on it. Now I had to go back to the keyboard guy, because the first thing he sent me was like, he sounded too much like some 80s pop, like the sound he used, it wasn't right. So I sent it back. I says, nah, it sounds too, too 80s popish. It needs to sound like more soulified. So then he sent that back, and then I sent it to the violinist. And when she sent it back, like I said, man, I was like, it was almost like I was in the studio with her, and our spirits just, you know, when your soul just connects, like, you know what we need, do you get me? Just do what you need to do. And she just got it straight away, and she just laced it, man. I was like, yeah, perfect. I sent it as a, just as a WAV file. So I sent it as a WAV file, and I told them, no. I sent it via, what did I send it via? I just emailed it to them. I think I sent it as an MP3 or a WAV file, just flat. I just sent it to them flat. Then they done what they needed to do, and they sent me back the stems. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just got them to send the stems. Then I would just drop it, drag and drop it straight into here in the track. Let's see what else we got in here. Yeah, close that. Do you want to save the new mix? No, I don't want to save it. Yeah, man, definitely it was a good experience. I was just testing out mixing on this. That's what this was. That open hat sounds terrible. That open hat sounds horrible. See, sometimes when you mix things, you just lose the essence. Like if I play you that in the MPC, hold on a minute. Yeah, I mix in Logic. That's what I'm saying. What I usually do, I build the track in here and then bounce it over into Logic, and that's where I mix. But like with that track, I was just practicing. That's just like a practice track. I was just trying like different mixing techniques using different compressors and that. Yeah, I don't like mixing in the MPC. I really don't. I don't know what it is, but I don't like mixing in it. So that was called the Simplest. RS2, there we go. So when you hear it in here, it sounds totally different. Like you can hear the raw essence, and that's the problem sometimes. Like you go to mix something, and you just lose that original initial rawness you get from it. But it's the game we're in, ain't it? Yeah, man. So what I do is I just bounce them straight from here in the MPC, track by track. So if you look here, I was talking to someone about this the other day. Over here, you got the option to export audio or export MIDI. I don't know if you can see that up in the top corner here. So if I go to like this track here and solo this track and then hit that, it will just export that track. And then I can just drag literally from here, click that and drag it straight into Logic here. That's how it works. So just drag it straight from, can you still see logic there? Yes, you can. Alright, so I'll show you quickly. Hold on. Go to new template. Yes, close. So I've got like my mixing template here. Main mix template. Just close the program there. And then if I go back to the MPC, so like this now, that's just the hat track. So I've got that soloed. If I click that, boom, you'll see it's literally exporting that track. It's just saving there. And now I can drag that, just click on the same thing and drag it over. And then look, boom. I've now got an audio file of that. And obviously it's on the wrong track there. It sounds terrible. But yeah, that's how you do it. Key issue in MPC software is only 8 submixes. Yeah. And you know what? Only 3 of my submixes work. That is a real issue. That's one of the reasons why I don't even try and mix in the MPC no more. So if I basically assign a track to a submix, I can only get 3 submixes working at any one time. And I don't know whether I've like I said, I've uninstalled, I've reinstalled. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, man. But I can only get 3 working at a time. So when I made this, I was channeling my inner Bobby Womack. That was the whole mission was, let's see if we can make contact with Bobby, Uncle Bobby. See what I tried to do with this as well? Try to create space. So things are connected, but it's like just placements. Drop everything out. 2 notes. Yeah, man. I like this one. Yeah, this was one of those beats that when I made this, there was no rush. Like, I just took my time. Like, you see, like on these live streams, usually on a live stream, it's just a case of capture the vibe. Like, it's not about trying to make the best beat. It's just grab a sample and it's just capture the vibe. When I was making this one, I purposely took my time. Like, I worked slow on that. It was about, again, just that placement of sounds. There was no rush. I think the same with this one as well, if I can remember correctly. Gangster Tale. Let's see how many sequences we've got. Oh my gosh, we've only got 1 sequence. And it's only 8 bars. It's not a good sign. Let's see. Let's turn off that, turn off that. Let's turn off that. Let's see what this is saying. Okay, we know this one. I know why this sounds like this as well. The reason it sounds like this is because when I was bouncing the tracks over to Logic for mixing, I needed everything at optimal level, so this isn't even balanced out. I need to mix this. Didn't even, because I don't mix in here, I didn't even bounce these to sub mixes. Everything's just on there, and I just basically dragged everything out independently. As well, I might change the drums on this, you know. wags the tail. Right, what's this one then? I think this is a similar vibe as that one. Let me see. Okay. Kick, bass, tom, rides. Same type of vibe. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. Shout out Travel Tracks. Big up yourself. If you're new to the stream, let us know where you're locking in from. Just changed your feed. Okay. I don't know what this one's saying, but let's have a listen. Okay. Totally different vibe. It's time to wake the party up. Here we go. Straight in the building. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. You know what? That's why I do it. Just share the learning. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm learning all the time. So the whole reason I started the channel was to document my learning whilst doing this. So if you can learn something on the way, then that's good, man. That's good. Right, let's see what this one's saying. What is this one? You know them ones where you ain't got a clue. Oh, we spoke about this the other day. Yeah, we spoke about this one. We've conversed about this beat. I don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm gonna switch it. 2, 1. There we go. Yeah, man, I'm glad to have been an inspiration. It's all for the culture. A little something, something. Okay, so how do you add effects to the whole program but nothing else through the hardware? You know, to be honest, I never really do any editing like that on in the hardware. The most I do with this is make the beat, like. But let me show you this. So in the mixer, if you go to the mixer, you've got the option to add effects to pads. So you've got all the pads here, or you can go to the program. So these are the programs over here. So that's, you'll see, that's this whole program, and I've added these effects to the whole program. So all the pads in that program will have these effects, applied to them. Command and Z. So yeah. So yeah, all you do, go to your program, edit, and just add it there. Just add it in your inserts here, and you're good to go. If you wanted to add it to the whole, like the master track, then you just go over here. So you've got your outputs 1 and 2, and you just add your effects here, and you're good to go. I don't know if that answers your question, but that's the answer you're getting, young man. Jamming, man. Come on, Nash, you remember this one? Never sold a beat in my life. I've never sold a beat. I've had people talk to me and offer me and whatever else, but when I send them the PayPal invoice, I don't hear from them again. And that's how you filter out the time wasters. You see, as a producer, you want to filter out the time wasters. When someone reaches out to you and they're talking about, yo, yeah, man, I want to work with you, man. I'm interested in your beats. I like your beats and your beats and your beats and your beats. And you're like, yeah, man, cool. What do you want? And they'll be like, you know, they want this beat now. So I'm like, okay, you want it outright exclusive? You want to lease it? Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, man, they want it exclusive, outright use. So I'm like, okay. What's your email address? And then I send them the PayPal invoice. And that's kind of the end of the conversation right there. And I'm not even trying to rob anyone, you get me? I'm not trying to rip no one off. I've got no plaques on the wall, so... Do you get me? I understand my price bracket. But I also understand my value. And the other thing, you see, the other thing for me as well is I'm selective about who I give my artwork to, because I see it as artwork. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, if I'm feeling you, if I'm feeling what you're doing and I like your work and I respect you as an artist, I probably won't even charge you for the beats. I'm just like, yo, just do what you're doing. Privilege to work, you get what I'm saying? The last thing I want to do is sell a beat to someone and it's my name on the beat and it's trash. Like the song's trash. I want to be involved in the process, do you get what I'm saying? So if I'm sending you something, it's like, okay, I'll send it you as an MP3, do your thing on it, send it back to me, and then I will arrange the track around whatever you're doing. 2 to 2 to 2 2 2 2. Yeah, MPC just crashed. Don't save, restart. Let's close Logic as well. So yeah, man. Like I said, if I'm feeling the artist, unless he's got a budget, you know, he's signed or whatever, then, you know, I'll just give him the thing and say, do what you're doing. Just do what you're doing. As long as I'm involved in the process, then, you know, we can work. But let's say someone offered me a couple grand, but they were whack. Like, imagine that. Imagine someone, you know what I mean? You've got like a batch of beats that you've been working on and they're bangers. Like, yeah, man, this is my batch right now. You know, them ones where you have that season where you make a batch of bangers. Yeah, my Mac's on the way out. That's why it's fully on its way out. So, yeah. So imagine he offers you a couple grand for that beat, but he's rubbish. Like, he's sitting there thinking, "Oh man, this guy's terrible." Like, I don't know, he's corny, or he can't flow, or he's just, you know what I mean, it's just not working. You're just sitting there thinking, I wouldn't listen to this. And that's the challenge. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I've got high standards. We cut from a certain cloth around here. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to give my music to someone and they're just trash on it, like, and you just there with your hand in your head like, oh man, I can't even support this wholeheartedly. Like, I don't even want to post it on my Instagram because I wouldn't even listen to this in my own car. Never mind telling anyone else to go and listen to it. It's hard, man. It's hard. You know, I was exposed to a high standard very early on in my production career. Like I says, you know, I mean, the guy I was playing earlier, lyrically, he was on a level, man. Like, he had concepts, like creative concepts. He wasn't just rapping about, yeah, I'm heavy and I'm this and I'm that. Like, he would say that, but it was more, he would show you his skill. He wouldn't tell you I'm good. He would show you I'm good. And I was introduced to that very early. Do you get what I'm saying? So my bar's quite high. So when I hear certain man, like there's a couple guys locally that have reached out, you know what I mean? And oh yeah, man, I'm the last boom bap rapper around here. You get me? And you're a boom bap producer. We need to work. And I'm like, yeah, man. Send me some stuff. Let me listen. I'm listening. I'm like, yeah, I hear ya. You know, you're not rubbish, but you know, it's not levels. Do you get me? It's not levels. Let me play you this one. You've probably heard this before. And that's a struggle for me. Like if someone's levels, then they'll get a beat. Like yeah, no problem, man. We'll work it out. Obviously, I'm registered with PRS. I'll get my publishing. And that's the main thing for me. It's like, is it going to be released? Are you putting it out? Bam. Yes. Okay. Are you registered with? Have you got you set up for publishing? Because I am. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'll get, if it's going to be released officially, I'll get my cut. Just make sure you're registered for publishing, or else I'll get your cut as well. So that's another thing as well, man. The amount of artists that I've come across. That's true. The amount of artists that I've spoken to who've been in the game for as long as me, but they're not set up for publishing. Do you know what I mean? They haven't registered themselves. I'm like, this guy's been in the game for years. And he's not registered for publishing. Like, you're missing a trick, man. You're missing a real trick. What can you do? Very true. That's very good advice. You see, a lot of times with producers, it can be a lonely experience. You're just in the studio, so you make beats with other producers in mind. It's almost like you're battling other producers. Philip's at work. You might be able to spit some bars from it. Like read out the paper and spit some bars off it. Some psychology. So yeah, a lot of times, you know, we make beats with other producers in mind. It's like you want to do the most transitions and the most, you know, or just do the most. And then a rapper hears it and he's like, yo, there's too much going on, man. Like, just give me something to ride. Just keep it simple. Okay, so in terms of samples, So this one at the moment, this is straight off YouTube, either YouTube or Spotify. So it depends what I'm looking to build. Like a lot of these ones now in this folder, like I would struggle for sample clearance, because a lot of these are like they're big songs. Do you get what I'm saying? I'd struggle to get clearance on these. Boom, 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 boom. But I've also got an account with Splice, which Splice is okay, you know. Don't sleep on Splice, you know what I mean? They got some decent. So some of those Bobby Womack type ones I was playing earlier, those are Splice samples, like fully. I can use those. Do you get what I'm saying? It's all royalty free, licensed. Can use them in your tracks. So all those tracks I can release them. So the reason I went to Splice was because yeah, man, I appreciate that. The reason I went to Splice is because I'm thinking I want to put stuff out. Do you get what I'm saying? I've got my Spotify, I've got my Apple Music, I've got my Tidal account, so I can distribute to all those platforms. And I don't want to have to deal with the issue of sample clearance. Do you get what I'm saying? So there's a few that have slipped below the radar, which is fine because I've literally chopped them to shreds. There's others where, like this one now, I'd never get away with this. You'll know it straight away. Yeah, Loop Cloud's meant to be okay. I've heard of Loop Cloud. But like I said, Splice is pretty good, man. Splice is pretty good. I ain't gonna knock it. I'd never get away with this. So who's this, guys? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like some vlogger music. Like this would suit a vlog. Play this for in a second. I remember at one point, this is my favourite beat. Okay. Yeah, so that's that was En Vogue. For those I didn't know. So there was one time, this was my favorite beat. Like when I made this, I was like, yeah, man, this is levels. I ain't got a BeatStar account. And I got a remix to it as well. Oh, you mean? this is. This is real old. Yeah, man. I'll think about it, man. I've looked at it before. I just haven't made the leap. Let me find this one. Halfway to Heaven. Pardon me. Yeah, man. I'll definitely consider it. Yeah, like on there, it's more like. Okay, hold on. One moment. See, I've got some beats that I would put on there and feel no way. Like these ones, these are more serious projects. I've got another batch of beats that I will throw on BeatStar in a minute. If I go, let me go to my trap folder. Trappish. I got a couple trappish type beats. Like I would fling these on BeatStar without a thought. So like this one now. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. So these tunes, they got no manners. BeatStar type beats, isn't it? Yeah, I know the 808 ain't got no manners. Mixing, I know. These can go on BeatStar all day. one's called Another Flute. Let's see what this one's saying. Not much. It's got like 4 bars. Yeah, nothing at all like that. This one's called Crazy Flute. Let's see what this one's saying. You can't take yourself too seriously. Okay, that was that one. What's this one saying? Okay, that's that one. So like I said, all these beats here, yeah man, send me the link. Drop a link in the chat, yo. Drop a link in the chat, yo. I'll review that beat. I'll review that beat. Yeah, none of these are really serious. These are just like crazy little trap ideas. All these sounds are just from an iPhone. The whole thing. Okay. Let's not get overly excited, Tony. Just keep it moving. What, you know about the BPM? Yeah man, listen, I don't go by BPM. I just go by vibe, you know what I mean? I very rarely look at the BPM. It's like wherever the vibe takes me, that's where it goes. Got bars. Yeah, so this is just like the trappy type folder. So let's keep it moving. But like I said, all these, I would just throw these on BeatStar and feel no way. It's just having the time to do it really. These are just like quick time fling together beats. This one's got character still. When I think about it now, this one's got real little character to it. Anyone out there rap? Can anyone out there spit? Can anyone out there rap? Can anyone out there spit? Yeah, that's just like some Lego, some Lego tune. Clunk, 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 clunk. So this is the 808 selection. Just working the 808s. Yeah, this is a bit raw. This one, I used to like this one. This one's got legs. Actually, there's nothing even bloody there. So it hasn't got legs. I must have renamed it. Let's keep it moving. Philip, man, I need $2.5 grand and I need my submixes back, or else nothing going on. Or else I'm gonna retire. Anyone out there rap? Can anyone out there spit? Can anyone out there rap? Can anyone out there spit? One works. It's got some character. Yeah. What's that one called? Enough Trouble. Yeah. Remember that one. Mark that one in the stash. I can get a little two bags for that one. No, not feeling that one. Oof. Yes, Prit. Listen, I appreciate it, man. We'll talk again. We'll talk. Yeah, man. All the best. This one's about movement. Yeah, just follow the sequencing in the next sequence. Watch what we do. We're switching up. Here we go. You ready? Here we go. Super Saiyan mode. Here we go. So yeah, I like that one. Right, Temple Search. Let's see what this one's saying. A few more tracks and then I'm gone myself. Okay, that's that one. Next one. idea there. Let's see what this one's saying. This track's called Turtle Shell. And last one is this one, Violin Sliced. Let's see what this one is saying.
If you just do it like that.
Don't do.
If you just do it like that. Don't do. Don't do. If you just do it like that. Don't do. If you just do it like that. Don't do.
So I actually think this is a good track to end the evening on. Paying homage to the good old black country accent. So yeah, man, I think we had a good session this evening. We've been going for, oh my days, 3 hours and 15 minutes. I think I played most of my catalogue and chatted at most of my business. Well, listen, yo, I appreciate your engagement as always. I don't take it for granted, you know, that you guys sit down with me and you get me, keep me company. I'm just in here Friday evening, roll out some beats. I'm just engaged with you guys. I appreciate it, man. Whoa, whoa. So yeah, man, I got to take my son to football tomorrow. So obviously, because of all the lockdown, football's been locked off. But they started back training this week and he starts playing. He's got his first game back tomorrow. So back up early, back on the road. Football dad and all that. So best get to bed. It's now 1:30 in the morning. Way past my bedtime. Like I said, I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate your company. All the comments and everything, all the likes, all the shares. I definitely appreciate the super chat cash. I got a bit of petrol money for tomorrow now. Yes, Nave. Yeah, man. I'm going to definitely try and be more consistent. You know, the other thing as well is trying to get the time zone correct. Because I've got people in the UK, people in Europe, people in the States. That's it, Nath, man. As you know, I've got 4 here, man. Yo, the other night, let me tell you this, man. The other night, I just went out for a walk. You know, I had a day at work, done what I was doing. It got to about, say, 8:30. I said, you know, I'm just going out for a walk. And then my youngest son, I kind of looked at him as I was going downstairs and I said, yo, you want to come for a walk? And he's like, yeah, let's go. So my man got his scooter and just come out with me and we just went for like a 3-mile walk. Just me and him, one-on-one time. Yo. We were just chatting, just chopping it up. And as we was walking, my man looked at me and he just looked at me and he was like, Daddy, I really like these walks, you know, because we can talk. And I was like, yeah, man, it's good because usually, like, he's the youngest, you get me? So he usually gets, like, pushed to the bottom of the pile in terms of the conversation pecking order. You know what I mean? Everyone's chatting away and he's just kind of, just gets the last, like, the dregs, unfortunately. So yeah, man, we went out and I was schooling him, he was schooling me. We was talking about, like, you know, the times we're living in, and I was asking him, is he worried about anything and all that kind of stuff. And then, like, they just got new scooters, so they're out and about on the estate now. And this is like the first summer where they've really kind of gone out and explored. Like, usually they'll play out on the front and, like, we can kind of see them. Where now they're at the age where it's like, okay, they're going out, and I look out the window and I don't see them. They're either round the back by some other youth's house or they're scooting around the estate. And I kind of had to school him. I was like, yo, you know, you kind of got to sometimes, like, don't let no one take you for an idiot. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. And I just was, like, I wasn't telling him to go out there and, you know what I mean, beat anyone up or anything like that. I don't want that to happen, but I was just saying, like, don't let no one take advantage of you. Like, don't let no one take your scooter or try and bully you or whatever. You know, you won't get in trouble for standing up for yourself. And that was the main thing I was saying. Like, the main message in all of that was you'll never get in trouble for standing up for yourself. Like, I would hate for him to come home and, you know what I mean, he's allowed someone to take his scooter or someone's bullied him because he was worried that I'm going to shout at him for fighting. It's like, nah, bro, listen. If you have to stand up for yourself, so be it, man. So be it. You know, we don't go out looking for trouble, but don't let no one take you for no idiot. So yeah, man, we had a good talk. And like I said, it was a 3-mile walk. It's a 1.5 miles that way, a 1.5 miles back. And when we was coming up the hill, like, it's hard work walking back up the hill towards the house. And I was saying to him, yo, I said, if you just walk 3 miles, you know, he was like, 3 miles? Oh my days. I was like, yeah, man, we walked 3 miles. So yeah, it was a good time, man. Definitely going to try and do it more often. Just get out and just walk with the little ones. Even the big ones as well. Like, a couple of weeks back with my son, my eldest son, went out for a walk. And just talked about some realness, you know what I mean? Like, some realness. My man's 15. I remember when I was 15. What I was doing when I was 15. You know them ones. So yeah, man. Definitely priceless, as you said, Nath. But yo, listen. I've rambled on long enough. Don't do. I will leave you lot. Like I said, I appreciate you, man. So until next time, I'll see you in another live stream. All the best. God bless. And take care.
If you just do it like that.